Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Fina, the Waifu Satyr, with a guide on Pool of Reflection farming. And if you're not really sure what those are, it's the randomly generated pools, the yellow pools that you see every so often, but they're not completely random, right? There's reliable spots that we can turn to for farming. Anyways, some of the pros include, of course, a 25% bonus to EXP, Paragon scaling. What that means is that the higher the paragon that you are at, the longer each pool will last, and of course, they are farmable. However, some of the cons include farm time. If you're unlucky, it can be quite time consuming. Each character is limited to 10 pools, and pools are character bound, which means that your characters aren't going to share the pools of reflection. And of course, because these pools don't last very long, unless you're at 2k Paragon or higher, it's not going to benefit you all that much. With that said, in terms of farming, one of the ways that you can obtain these is via the cow stick method. What you do is get the bovine bardiche cubit, a red portal should appear, you go into the portal to this cow level, and you're guaranteed 2 pools. The other methods that I will cover in this video is, of course, the Enchantress Quest and the waypoint zones in adventure mode. Alrighty then, starting with the Enchantress Quest line. If you haven't done this quest already, this is how you do so. Go to Game Settings, select Campaign. I suggest selecting the normal difficulty. And you'll want to have done Act 5, the Pandemonium Gate quest. So if you've already done it, the Battlefields of Eternity should show up. Anyway, save that sucker and launch. So once you're in and everything is in line, you should get a prompt when you talked to the Enchantress. Like so. And once you accept, you'll be taken to another zone. Anyways, before even getting there, you'll want to select all these different talk prompts, and that will get you to that assister's voice prompt. And this is what it should look like. By the way, for this run, I got 3 pools. The max that I've been able to get is 5, so this is a great place to get them. Just make sure that you don't talk to the sisters, right? There's like 3 sisters in here. You don't want to complete the quest, so don't talk to those characters. So I already got 1 pool. There's a second. And then there's the third. So this is my preferred method of farming pools of reflection. One thing that I forgot to mention about the Enchantress Quest is that because it is a quest, it's not global to your account, which means each character that you want to do this with has to have done campaign mode. Additionally, if you're a seasonal player, you'll want to do this every season or not, which means you will have to default to the waypoint zones method via adventure mode that I talked about. Okay, moving on from the Enchantress method is the adventure mode method, which is preferred by quite a few players. You'll want to focus on the teal colored spots. So the Cemetery of the Forsaken, Southern Highlands, Leorc's Manor Courtyard, Drowned Temple, and the Festering Woods waypoints. Of course, it is up to you which ones you do and the order that you do them. Just know that the sequence corresponds to the demonstration that I am going to show you for Act 1. Starting with the Cemetery of the Forsaken, there's a few spots where the pool can spawn. And you also have the option of going downstairs. Next up is the Southern Highlands. You want to go southwest. Very reliable spot. Moving on is the Leorc's Manor Courtyard. Just do a survey of this area. There's quite a few areas where the pool can spawn. So you want to check every nook and cranny. In addition, you may want to explore a little bit past the courtyard into the hunting grounds. Yeah, right around here. Oh, there's a bandit shrine. For bandit shrine lovers, here it is. Just know that this spot is a very good spot for pools of reflection. Drowned Temple is next. There's one right there. I usually go further in just to make sure. And 2 spots in Festering Woods. So the first is the Warrior's Rest. It's about midway through. The next one is go back to Festering Woods and the Crypt of the Ancients. Just know that these are kind of hard to find if you're not familiar with the layout of this area. And there you go. Okay, that was it for Act 1. For Act 2, there's really only 2 important locations that you need to focus on, which is the road to Alcarnus and Howling Plateau waypoints. Leading off Act 2 is, of course, the road to Alcarnus waypoint. This is a way to Magda. It's a good idea to go all the way in. So just do a lot of exploring here, because you can find multiple pools. Next up is, of course, Howling Plateau. There's one right there. You can keep following the road or go in the direction that I'm going right now. This was the scenic route, I guess. So continuing on the road is the Black Canyon. Moving on from Act 2 is, of course, Act 3. Quite busy here, much like the first act. You'll want to focus on the battlefields, the Bridge of Corsic, Rakis Crossing, Tower of the Damned, and Tower of the Cursed waypoints. Beginning with battlefields, waypoint. Just go up the stairs towards the entrance to town. There's another spot, potential spot. The Bridge of Corsic is next. And it's right by the waypoint, like so. Next is Rakis Crossing. You want to go southwest. And kind of go in a little bit, because there are potential spots for other pools. I usually stop around there. Tower of the Damned is next. Go north. There's one potential spot. Another is here. Moving on to the other tower, Tower of the Cursed. There's a spot right there, potentially, and of course there. Okay then, that was it for Act 3. For the final act, Act 4, the 2 spots that you want to focus on is Lower Realm of Infernal Fate and Realm of Fractured Fate waypoints. By the way, Act 5 is not covered because it's not really worth it. Heading off, Act 4 is the lower realm of, what is it called? Infernal Fate. And this is where I usually stop here for this waypoint. For the final location, Realm of Fractured Fate. You'll want to do quite a bit of exploring here. There's so many spots for potential pools of reflection. There was one. Don't forget to check the corners. That's two. And there is three. I usually stop around here. Alrighty then, I just covered two really good ways of farming pools of reflection, the Enchantress Quest line and the waypoints via adventure mode. Get busy guys, keep farming that EXP, and let me know when you get to 10k Paragon. This was Fina, the Waifu Satyr. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a great day.